didn't have much to give then. So when they showed up, firing them mean looks around the place and staring us down on prices, well, I was angry. Didn't seem to bother my father, though. He had me load another bushel of apples in their trunk. I learned later on that this family was in need.
The greatest gift we give, it's in our heart, what we believe, the way we live.
Cable TV means guaranteed service and installation. We've been doing that for years. But with satellite TV, service and installation become your responsibility. Installation alone can cost several $100s. And if there's ever a problem, then what? Who do you call? With cable TV, service and installation are guaranteed by people you can trust, people right here in your community. You might want to think about it.
Got all that great technology, nothing but the best. Blended together, nice and smooth. Now, let's see how it turns out. Access Communications.
You've known us as Cable Regina, but we're more than just cable. Leading the way in entertainment, telecommunications, and internet technology. And with service in the Yorkton, Estevan, and Weyburn regions, we're more than just Regina. Access Communications, providing total access to your world.
It's been proven when children have the opportunity to participate in sport, they're given the chance of a lifetime. They learn life skills like self-respect, setting goals, dedication, and teamwork. Kids Sport is a children's charity, and it's all about giving underprivileged kids a chance to participate in community sport programs instead of the alternatives. Every kid deserves a chance. Support Kids Sport events in your community.
Hello and welcome to this edition of At Your Leisure. This week we visit the 34th Annual Majestics Car Show, a show which has really gained popularity over the recent years. In fact, I've enlisted my good friends Barry Davies and Joey Hedespec to come along and give me a hand. Hi guys.
Hello. Good
How's it going?
Oh, it's great.
Good?
Absolutely great.
Are we going to have fun this weekend or what?
It's just going to be a fantastic weekend. Look out.
You bet. Well, I'm going to head this way.
Okay, I'm going,
and,
I'm going that way.
I'll go that way. We'll meet up with you guys later.
See you later.
Bye-bye. Well, the first place I go at a big event like this is the Mini Doughnuts. That's my first stop. Hi, how you doing? Great. I'd love to get a bag of these donuts. I really like them a lot. So, can I get the cinnamon ones? Yeah. Great. Yummy.
There's been a real resurgence in the popularity of the Bug, the Beetle, and I'm with a couple of general members of the Regina B-Dub Club. Paul Dwyer, it's good to see you.
Good to be here.
And Nathan Meckler behind. Hi, Nathan.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine, but I'll tell you what, these look absolutely fine. The Bug has become just a real popular item these days.
Oh, everyone loves them, well, especially with the new Beetle the last couple of years as well. We've been having a lot of fun with them ever since.
Now, I'm curious here. I'm really curious. Nathan, you weren't even around when these things were on the road, every second vehicle. What got you interested in a Beetle?
I guess from just, reading magazines, and, you see all these nice cars from California, and, I mean, lots of them are Beetles, and I guess just the look and stuff just caught my attention, and I decided to build one.
I have to ask here now, just out of curiosity, pretty good-looking guy. Are these kind of like a chick magnet?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Don't have a problem with that.
Folks, we're here with Kevin Lakeman. Kevin, this is just a beautiful 1968 Camaro RS you have here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The car is actually a 68, like you said, Camaro RS. It's got a 327 Chev engine in it with a turbo 400. It's got a 12-bolt Chevy rear end in it, and lots of chroming done in it. The interior is actually the original interior for the car, which is getting a little bit, I don't know how you'd say, a little tattered, but I wanted to keep it the original because it is the original interior on it. It's a Porsche red with the white stripes painted right into the paint. They're not just a sticker kind of thing. It's got the Chevy rallies all the way around.
I was looking down at the sign, and it's got, it looks like the whole family is on the sign as team owners of this car.
Yes, actually, my son, who is a good supporter of the car, he's a car nut kind of thing. He really likes cars. And my wife very much likes cars as well. And myself, we've been involved in cars probably ever since high school kind of thing, which is going back a few years now. But we've been involved in cars, and we've been friends of all the Majestic guys for many, many years. And we've always seemed to have a project in the garage of some sort that we're building. And I've kept quite a few cars actually from my high school days. I've still got a few of those sitting out at the farm there in the Quonset. And it's just an ongoing thing, and with my son now, he's 12 years old, and he's getting into cars. We're going to build him a high school car right now, and get something. He's got 4 years to go, and we're going to build him a car. And it's just an ongoing thing, and he helps me out with the Camaro, always cleaning and adjusting and tuning the car and everything. It's just a family project, and I think that's the way most cars are nowadays with these muscle cars and hot rods and that.
So day one with the license, is he going to get a chance to take this one out, or is that going to be maybe day 2 or 3?
I think it'll be a little farther down the road, but he'll have his own car hopefully by then, and he'll leave mine alone, so that's what the plan is.
All right, Kevin, thank you very much for talking to us today.
Good, thank you.
And we're here today with Larry Zimmerman, the MacGyver of RC car model building. Larry, great to see you again. Great. So it's been a while since we talked to you. What's new? What's happening this year?
I've been building a few vehicles you haven't seen here for sure. I've got pretty much the majority of cars here that I have. There's a few at home. I just didn't have room for this year, but next year we'll probably bring them all again.
That's great. I see some of the standards and some of the ones that really impressed us last time we talked to you, like the Flintstone Mobile and the Batmobile.
Right.
And
exactly.
a guy on a skateboard. I remember that one.
Yep. Yeah.
And it looks like you've got a whole raft of Batmobiles here.
This is my collection of Batmobiles.
So any events coming up with the club in the near future that you'd like to
actually, we're going to be doing some outdoor racing, and that will be at the Al Ritchie Center. It'll be outside in the skating arena, and that's be starting June 25th.
Great.
So we'll be out there racing it's inside the skating rink, the outdoor skating rink.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
great.
We'll
of course, that's open to the general public to
absolutely,
come down?
you can come. Anybody can come and watch that. And that will be like every second Sunday this summer.
Great. So it'll be an ongoing thing through the season?
Sure, every second Sunday is.
Good stuff.
Sundays seem to be the best days for this stuff.
You guys, I know you guys and your Sundays.
Yeah.
Wouldn't let me take a day off. I had to come out on Sunday. But anyway, I really enjoyed it. We had so much fun last time and this time again. Thanks, Larry.
Thank you.
Take care.
Joining me this time around is Daryl Lip from Craven, Saskatchewan. And Daryl, this bike is attracting a lot of attention. Tell us about it.
Well, it's a 1969 Harley-Davidson Civic car. Originally was a police motorcycle out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Was restored in Harley-Davidson shop in Idaho. It came up to Saskatchewan, and I bought it off a friend of mine, pretty much in the condition it's in now.
All right, now tell us what a Serva-car is.
Well, it was used mostly for meter control, parking control. They did, I guess, some city patrol with it, but of course no pursuits because it wasn't a very fast bike. But they're not very many of them kicking around anymore. I guess they're kind of all been made into choppers and whatnot, but this one survived, so.
Daryl, the bike's great, but this caught my attention, the old gas pump. Tell us about this.
This gas pump is pretty unique in itself. I work in the town of Southey. I work at a Chrysler dealership there, and I drove past the lumberyard probably for the last 10 years, and this gas pump was sitting in a compound behind the lumberyard. I stopped in a couple times, finally was able to purchase it. I thought it was kind of unique. It is motorcycle size, and I had a friend of mine, Jay Norilius in Regina, refinish it. He painted it and everything, and it's part of our display.
It's a great part of the display, but what a conversation piece.
Yes, it is. We actually had it painted Harley-Davidson colors, orange and black, and like I said, kind of matches the decor of the motorcycle. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, this one is absolutely great, and as I said at the front end, attracting a lot of attention at the Majestics Car Show. That includes motorcycles, by the way. We're off and running. See you at the next site.
All right, we're here with Doug Hesch, driver of the 1994 Pro Mod Camaro. Doug, a beautiful looking car. Lots of work into this in the last little while, I would imagine.
Yes, it's a Rick Jones built race car, so it was built by Rick Jones in Galesburg, Illinois.
How many passes on this machine? Has it been around for a little while?
It's been around since '94, but there's been very few passes put on the car. I'm not the original owner. I bought it from a guy out of North Carolina, and he probably put about 20 passes on the car.
You guys going to get a chance to tour a lot? Are you going to get up to SIR, I would imagine, a lot, and then some other places as well?
Yeah, we plan to go to SIR for that Pro Mod show on the 18th of June, and then we're booked in at events in Calgary, Spokane, and Edmonton.
Have you been to a lot of the different tracks around, and have you had a chance to race some other vehicles as well?
Yeah, I used to race the Super Gas Lumina, and we managed to make it to most of the tracks that we're going to attend this year.
Well, we look forward to seeing you at SIR and throughout Western Canada. Thanks very much for talking to us today.
Thank you very much.
Oh, hey, it's Jason Anton from Mobile Technologies, man. Let's go see what he's up to. Jason, man, how is it going?
Long time no see. How you been?
Man, how's it going?
Not too bad at all.
What have you been up to since we had you on in gear that time?
Spent a couple weeks down in NBC. I was doing a show there, but lack of funding, it was cut short, and I'm back in Regina now, unfortunately. So just waiting for my big break.
Waiting for the big break. Well, you know, maybe we'll have to get you back on the show again, see what happens.
Well, definitely. We'll fire something up, for sure.
Great. Syndication, you never know.
Whatever it takes, right?
So what's new? What are these little gizmos here, man?
These are what we call the Piccolo Astroforce air freshener. We get them in 5 different kinds. We got the green, the orange, or the pink, green, yellow, purple, and blue. These things are dynamite. People put them on their dash, they flip them around, they spin them, they're silly like that. It's amazing air freshener to pick up. Some people bicker about the price. $20 does seem like a lot, but when you think about it, the longevity of the air fresheners last very long. On the average, half a year is what these things can last up to. So.
And we're talking major style here too, obviously, right?
Oh, and it doesn't have to be for a car. You can put it in your bathroom, you can put it in your bedroom, and you can virtually go anywhere you want it to be. And they look cool. So.
Cool. Well, I see you got the General DB here, man. Why don't we crank her up and have a listen? What do you think?
Well, due to certain restrictions and rules of the Majestics Car Show, I am not allowed to under...
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, it's...
You got to be kidding.
It's
like,
blowing
I
me
came
away.
all the way down here just for that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't you, like, push the rules here a little?
Well...
Like, what's the worst that can happen?
Well, I'll get thrown out, but...
You're not going to let a little authority push you around, man, are you?
You know, you're right. I shouldn't. Authority doesn't push me around. I push authority
That's
around.
a Jason I know, man. Come on, let's go check it out.
This goes against everything I stand for, but let's do it. Let's do it.
Wow, look at this. What kind of power are we talking about in this thing, man?
Well, in this particular vehicle, we're talking about 1,400 watts RMS to each driver. We have 18-inch drivers, 3 amplifiers. So that's almost 5,000 watts RMS in total for a small vehicle like this.
No wonder they don't want you to turn it on, man.
Well, they're in for a little surprise.
All right, let's check it out. I've been waiting for this.
Now, anytime when you go inside a vehicle, especially with a vehicle like this, which is producing almost 155 decibels, it's always good that you use some type of hearing protection. In this particular case, I have official Ayaska earphones, which will protect me from any type of harm that will come to my ears.
I'm not gonna. I don't think it can be that serious.
I'm about to go where Nomad's gone before. Wish me luck.
Here we go. All right. Wow, man, that's incredible! Holy smokes! I never thought it would be this loud! There's only one thing I can really do in this case. All right,
Oh.
All right, we're going to get a chance to talk to Theo Kuipers about his beautiful 1948 Hudson. Theo, I have to imagine there's been a lot of work put into this one.
About 7 years. 7 years of coming up with different ideas, and after all, it fell into place more or less the way I wanted it.
It's definitely customized a little bit from what it originally was back in 1948, isn't it?
There's not a square inch in that car that hasn't been touched.
Just a ton of work underneath the hood, the interior, the suicides look great as well.
Yeah, it's what the car needed. That's the way they should have built them to begin with, maybe.
It probably goes a little bit faster than it would have originally as well, I would imagine. A little bit different power plant in there.
Yeah, it's a 350 Chevy tuned port in there now. It's quite a bit more horsepower than it used to have.
Having a lot of fun at the car shows. I know you were up at the Dragons, you're down here. I'm sure you're going to spend all summer at car shows.
At car shows for a year or so, a year or two maybe, then we'll start driving it.
Oh, that's great. We look forward to seeing it out on the road. Thank you very much for talking to us.
You're very welcome.
Well, at the 34th Majestics Car Show at the Canada Centre Building, we talked about the classics, the rods, the race cars. How about pedal cars this time? Reapplyable pedal cars. Kent Zumak is with me. First of all, Kent, what's the deal behind the pedal cars here?
Well, we just decided to get into them. They're a reproduction of the original 1955 Murrays, and it just evolved from things we've been doing over the years.
Let's go back to the reproduction end of it. These were really, really popular when you weren't even around, and I was a whole lot younger. Now,
right.
what would interest you in something like this?
Been in cars my whole life, and then just building models. It's like a bigger model. We customize scooters too. Like me and my dad have always been into stuff like this. I've raced go-karts. It's just natural for me to do something like this.
Now, these are really unique, and I'm sure the talk of every family when they have one in their home.
Oh yeah. Just every person, especially at the show here, when they walk by, it's just memory lane for them. They remember all they have. A lot of them still have them in their garages today, looking for parts and everything.
Now, that's the other end of it. Now, are these are reproductions, so these are kits, I would guess?
These are kits. You can order them just the way we got them here. With these are all powder coated, or I can build the kit for you, or you can buy the kit like what's in the garage there. That's all bare steel, and you do it the way you want.
So you learn and do, and I'm sure you're going to offer some advice here.
That's right.
Now, you're a fairly new company, Reapplyable Pedal Cars. You're located in Regina?
Yep. We're actually working out of the building Reapplyable Parts. It's an appliance place, but the side store is for these cars, and we've only been around about a month now.
All right, so if you are looking to get yourself involved in something very, very unique, and I'm sure that it's going to take you back to some of the greatest old days of your time, then I would suggest you talk to Reapplyable Pedal Cars, because I know at the end of the day, when this is all done, you are going to have a smile on your face, like a kid.
Hi, we're here with Saul Lipton with the Queen City Motorsports Association. This is a new association that's come up here in Regina. Saul, tell us about it.
It's a new sports car club, and what we're doing, we want to get back to what we call grassroots motorsports. We're going to be offering slaloms this year. That's where they set pylons up in a parking lot.
Right.
And you run against the clock. Each car is out there by itself, so there's no danger of hitting other cars or anything. The most you can do is nail a pylon, and that counts 2 seconds against you when you do it, so it's not a good thing, but it's not a tragedy.
It's not a dangerous thing either.
Exactly. You will survive, and your car will survive.
It's not like Sharky Braden out there smacking up his Cadillac.
No. We try to avoid that kind of damage.
Okay.
But it's for anybody. It's a very good learning experience. You really learn how your car handles and what it can do. And there's a class for everyone. It goes from, we got from Toyota Tercels all the way up to Corvettes, Ferraris. What else can we find in there? Mustangs, Honda Acuras, you name it. There's a class to race, and you race against vehicles that are more the same as you. So you're not.
Yeah. So you're racing against the same type of vehicle. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we're driving a Mustang with a 5-liter engine in it, we're all doing that, right?
Exactly.
We're all driving the same.
You don't
vehicle.
have your Toyota Tercel against the Corvette.
So basically, no matter what kind of car you own, no matter what it is, you can have the opportunity to come and race against the clot.
That's it.
And drive around the pylons and stuff.
Yep. And it's a very good learning experience. I've done it myself, and you think you know what your car can really do. Well, you find out that it'll reach out and bite you when you push it all the way, and you're not quite sure. But it's a good learning experience.
Well, I'm sold. You got a 99 Cavalier Z24, and I'd love to come out and just give it a whirl around those pylons and see what kind of time I can do.
You come out and we'll set you up. Basically, your seatbelts, we'll find a helmet for you because you have to wear a helmet.
Yeah.
And the car has to be, basically roadworthy, and that's it. We'll take you out. We'll show you the ropes.
Excellent.
When we're finished with that, we'll set you up. We're going to do something else with this club. We're going to do rallies, the old-style navigation rally. And that's where there's a driver navigator. You're given a set of instructions, and you're sent out on a course. The speeds are always less than the posted speed limit, so you're never speeding. And the idea is you drive at whatever speed you're told to drive at for the distance, and along the way there are checkpoints.
Okay.
The idea is you're supposed to hit the checkpoint at exactly a 0 time. If you maintain that speed, say it's 75 kilometers an hour for the distance, you'll come across the checkpoint at X time. If you're early or late, there's points against you. Everybody does the same thing. You got the same route, and whoever has the less points and does it best is the winner.
Great. Sounds good, like good stuff. Can I take a brochure with me then?
You certainly may. Feel free to contact us.
All right, thanks. There it is, Queen City Motorsports. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We're here with George Thatcher, and we're going to talk to him about his 1955 Studebaker George, just a beautiful looking car. Where did you come up with the paint scheme for this one?
Well, this is actually an original paint scheme that the cars came in 1955, and out of the production of 2,215 of them, approximately 75% of them were this color scheme.
Do they have a specific name for them? I see as part of the display you've got lemons and limes out there. Is that it?
That was a nickname I guess they incorporated when the cars were built, and no, that's the actual colors.
Have you had this one for a long time?
This one here I acquired about 23 years ago, but didn't actively start the restoration until about 3 years ago.
So only a 3-year restoration, that's not bad. I mean, a lot of guys you see 10, 12 years, wow. But it's in great shape.
Well, thank you very much. And yeah, I've had probably 3-4 different people doing different parts on the car all the time, so it's sped up the restoration quite a bit.
All right, thank you very much for talking to us today.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, how are you enjoying the car show this year so far?
Never seen an Austin Mini that was like souped up, so.
You know, I had to come back here just one more time because in case you didn't notice, that bug, the same color as my shirt, and I am so darned impressed with that whole thing. Punch Buggy Purple!
Oh, Punch Buggy Purple!
Punch Buggy Purple! Wait a second, you guys.
Hi, we're here with Glen, Sally, and Joey had us back. Both of these gentlemen have cars displayed right here at the show. Glen, I remember a little while ago we had you on Barry's Automotive Adventures. Actually, it was the very first show And some changes have happened since then. What's up?
Due to the lack of interest from the propane industry, we're going to be converting the car back to gas. And on June 18th, we'll be going out. That's our first race at Saskatoon, and we're going to go out and give her a blast. Also, one other thing that we're going to have is Barry thing, we're going to have a new driver, and I'm going to help him get his license. That's Barry Davies.
You got to be kidding me.
No, unbelievable. He's going to try and give this car. And I hope I have him trained by that June
I want to
18th.
be there to grab the footage on that one, because that'll be a real rush. Well, it's really disappointing that you're not getting the support from the propane company. This is the world's fastest propane automobile, and it's just too bad. But best of luck in the future, Glenn. I hope things work out well.
Thanks very much.
And Joey, my friend and cohort on In Gear, you've got your car here this weekend as well?
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's been going great. You know, we've been having lots of fun here. We've got the WBM Racing Machine, part of the In Gear set. Lots of new stuff for us this year. A brand new paint job, some flames on the front, as well. Stick Boy Motorsports. We're kind of got a few of the other cars from out at the track. We've kind of built a little bit of a team, and Quentin Silzer, my other driver, is the original Stick Boy, so that's where that comes from. I'll answer that right now because lots of people.
Stick Boy's going to kick butt this year, I guess. Eh?
Well, we're hoping anyway. Lots of people asking us, and some new sponsors as well. Compact Computer Systems on board with us this year. Zarin Cylinder Head Service here in town. Pro AV as well from here. Carmel Painting from up in Saskatoon, and of course WBM Office Systems been with us from the start. So. They're back again, and it's just going to be a fantastic year out at Kings Park. Our first race is the 28th of May, and we're really looking forward to the year.
It sounds like you're just totally pumped up for it.
Yeah, very much so.
You're still going to have time to host the show, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I'll still be around. Yeah, you can't get rid of me that easy.
Okay, great. Thanks for talking with us, guys. Appreciate it.
That's not a problem.
Hey, man, you don't have to get tough about it. What's with these guys, anyway?
The premier edition of Canadian Classics magazine was in September of 1999, and it has quickly become a well-respected journal for car enthusiasts. With me, John Witwicki, the Saskatchewan representative from the magazine. Congratulations on the premier edition and the follow-ups. Absolutely fantastic response.
We did have a tremendous success with launching the magazine. We have trouble getting back issues because there are never any left. And the magazine is being well received here in Saskatchewan. I've been touring Saskatchewan since the 12th of April. We've done a heavy 3,000 kilometers, and I have not had one retailer that's refused to carry our magazine.
Which means that it's going to be available to the general public and car enthusiasts in general.
Yes, at retail outlets and by subscription.
All right, John, let's talk about the magazine. What makes this so different from other magazines that focus in on cars?
Number one, the publisher, it's a family publication, and what I've heard in my travels this past month is retailers and people are considering it as an ethical publication, representing the family aspect of building cars, whether they be antique, classic, hot rods, or customs.
All right, now if somebody wanted to have a vehicle featured in this magazine, how do they go about it, and what's the criteria?
Basically, the criteria is that the vehicle would go into the magazine based on its merit. The magazine contains all the information, as in toll-free numbers and websites, and if they would either get in touch with myself or direct to Prince Edward Island with Dale Lidstone, the publisher, I'm sure that we could take it from there.
Should mention that this magazine is really professionally done, and the photographs and the articles are outstanding. Thanks very much, John, and enjoy the show.
Thank you very much.
You finally found a car you can
Hey
drive.
guys, how's it going, man?
We're doing fine. How are you doing down there?
I am doing great. I have had so much fun this weekend, man. It's just been a blast.
It's been a fantastic show, lots to see and do, and you know, folks, if you didn't get a chance to come down, you want to make sure you're here live next year.
Yeah, you better make sure you're here. Watching it on TV is not enough. You must get involved. You must do, right?
Here you go.
You bet. Well, I'm just about out of time for my show, but would you guys like to be my pit crew? I need these tires changed. They're a little bald.
Any wages involved in this?
Not on your life. This is community television.
See ya. See you later.
Anyway, I'm your host, Randy Clark, for At Your Leisure. We'll see you next time.
You know, hitting a windshield at 30 miles per hour is a lot.
Wine. C, 1.5 ounces of spirits.